Alrighty. Oh, whoops. Started this on a stream. There we go. Cool. Jumping into map 1 from this week. We played a unique sweat of an opponent, and I don't say that in a pejorative way, but they came out swinging. When I checked their ranks and such, most of the players were gold or platinum, but they certainly punched above their weight, and they gave us quite a run in these maps today. First analysis I'm looking at, Orisa Sim's a normal comp for us, Junkrat normal comp, Kiriko Lucio. I'm glad to see Hydra getting value out of Kiriko. Let's see if I can give some tips relating to that. So we roll out, and we've got our usual positions. Junkrat, Lucio tank, DPS playing some angles, Kiriko playing some angles, Ramatra punching his way in. Ramatra punching his way in something we're going to have to be careful of, because once we get to Viewmont and eventually Brophy, they both have good Ram players. And then that one's hard, because if you use cooldowns to take care of Ramatra, then you don't have the cooldowns for Bastion. But let's see. I was watching over shoulder at this part of the game. Way to get out, and only lost 2 people. Still lost the team fight, but didn't feed more ultimate charge. Okay, actually, there's going to be some more stopping and starting in this one than what we're used to. Just looking over some plays and options here. Let's go back to about here. This is when we notice they've got a Bastion. We've got a couple options. When we're looking at our hero selection, Junkrat works against Bastion, and Orisa can work against Bastion, but Lucio and Kiriko are both vulnerable to him, and Symmetra has a hard time with him. Symmetra can beat him, but it's harder than if you just play a straight-up Bastion counter. My personal recommendation with the way we play and the skill that we're playing at, I think we could have either won this one or disengaged better. We still got a good disengage. We got 3 out of 5 out without just completely team wiping. But once you see the Bastion, Junkrat's doing a really good job of controlling this high ground. Honestly, getting a rotation around this way. Or, another option to look at is Sim TPing up here and controlling this high ground with this health pack up here. Now again, you'd still give up the point, but you'd have an option to, hey, Bastion's out of position, rotate around this way, get in the back line and take care of the Bastion. Or, let's say they chase, or if they hunker down, this is our point, and we've got a Bastion to defend it, at which point you can defend, TP all 5 people out, and just make some swaps and come back to it. I'm not trying to be too hypercritical, I'm just trying to give tools that could have made this go a little better for us. Didn't see where that team... Oh yeah, SimTP went to the back line, and Night Howler made some clicky. Night Howler filled up the kill feed quite a bit this match. Right, and there's the disengage. They let that go. We are lucky that Night Howler didn't get another one here, because they've been clicking. They were clicking people most of the series. All right, so now we're playing poke game. That Lucio's out of position. Ooh, that's... And honestly, word of caution, that pick on Bastion, that was purely Bastion just sitting out of position and relying on the fact that he's Bastion to scare people out of sight lines. As we get deeper, we've got Viewmont this week, and then probably Legal Eagles the week after that. They're the fall champ. We haven't played them, so I don't know how we'd stack up against them. But long story short, our next opponent and any opponents after that we may get aren't going to make that same mistake. So we're going to have to actively find and carefully seek pickoffs. Good awareness, using some junk pressure to... Ooh, that Ramatra can go down. Looks like he does, yeah. I can't tell if he chased into it or if Orisa spun him into it. I got distracted by the Junkrat, actually. I don't want to pause and go back, but way to get him out of position and capitalize on that. Lucio's getting a little slap happy. But they're back. Oh, Junkrat's in the window. Alright. We tried to speed out of this. And we got really, really close. So stinking close. Instead, we trickled it out. If we all successfully engage into disengage out and we go either the same way, or if we completely scatter, so like if I back up, oh, not that far. Let's go back 20. Oh, okay. Whoop. And I'm going to drop the speed on this. So once he pops here, because right now we all scattered the same way, and came here where basically all three of us that he chased, he got at least 3 or 4 of us. Junkrat's scattered out that way. If Kiriko runs this way, and let's see, Lucio runs this way, where Lucio can get a cheeky environmental, and Cassidy runs this way, the ultimate's only going to catch 1, maybe 2 people. The disadvantage of that is that it does scatter the team, which makes us stagger pickable. Personally, this is unpopular, and frankly, it doesn't even always work. In situations like this, I would have rather stand where we're at, and then like distance healers, so like Kiriko, and if they get out, amp up healing, and basically, well, and the hardest part is they're also punching a support ult into that, and either, oh, they did both support ults into that. You know what? I'm going to stop pretending I know, because I'm not sure anything shy of an Ana nade is going to shut that down. I mean, can run away from it, but ultimately it ended up not working. Speed boosting out. If we still had Sim TPing out, possibly. But yeah, the only way to, or one, not the only way, one other way to make that work is by basically either burning the Ramatra, or if they're getting pocketed hard enough, burning the support. The Lucio isn't going to crank out enough healing to get through it, but the Moira Beam definitely can. But anyway, let's keep moving. Yeah, because between Ramatra ult and this Moira Beam, they're just nuking us down. And with this one, we're actually trying to, we were trying to like run and gun as we kite out. The problem is if we don't kite fast enough, it keeps his ultimate going, which is what we see here at the tail end of it. Is that it kept long enough to get the Lucio, and then enough to get the Orisa. I think it would have just been better to honestly, like, if we're trying the run strat, to just speed boost, turn and run, use movement boosts, use wall rides, use TPs, all that stuff just to GTFO, so to speak, instead of trying to run and gun, because it basically gave him the space to keep doing that. But back to game speed. Oh, 3 lovely picks. One perk of that I do have to say with the runaway tactic, even though, oh my goodness, fiction. Even though we lost the point in that team fight, it pulled them out of position and basically opened up all of that click back. Because they blew 3 ults into that, and then we retook it with several primary fires. Again, looking at resources, if you can trade 3 ultimates for nothing but primary fires, that's a win. Especially when they're DPS primary fires. Ooh. I can't tell if the Cassidy damage helped that or not, but that's a fun combo. Oh, you hate to see it. But well played from the Bastion. And then, so that's basically 2v2. 2v1. Okay, didn't lose it. Got everyone back. They've got most everyone back. Way to take up a new spot there, Genie. Still very advantageous junk turf without just standing in the same predictable spot. Okay, didn't get any kills, but still got enough pressure on the Ramatra. Yep. And that's round A. Uh-oh. What? No, I broke it. Sorry, folks. Okay. You know what? We can wait. No. I want to see action. Alrighty. Good pressure on that Winston. Got a little out of position early. I'm also happy to see how he played against the Bastion. Especially the way they're playing him. He very much feels like a lobby check. I realize sometimes Genie plays Junkrat in a similar way, but we're also winning the lobby check. Word of caution, that's not going to work with these harder opponents that we should be expecting. Good double focus on them, but oof. And a boop. Killer boop. Now the other killers I remember at that point, they already called for the withdraw. Okay, let's just say good job getting out. In terms of mechanical skill, I think Fiction Blueberry could have pulled a clutch on that. At the same time, Bastion could have just tanked up and mowed down. Oh! Oh! Very nice play, Blueberry. Oh, very nice play from their other Lucio. Welcome to Lijang Tower, Lucio's Playhouse. I can't tell if Megamon was trying to do this earlier, but Arista is also exceedingly fun on this one because of her multiple environmental opportunities. Oh, rough. But like I said in the first round, Night Howler fills up the kill feed pretty well. Oh man, that's 2 cheeky picks, and and a disengage. Well played. Do we get everyone out though? That's the question. Okay, we get 3 of the 5. Oh dang, 1 of the 5 out. That's rough. That's a withdrawal where it would have been better if we literally just ran and jumped off the point. Because, well, I don't know. We forced an ultimate out of them. But aside from that, we gave them a lot of ultimate charge. So, if I were coaching them, I would say, hey, why are you ulting when you've got a 5v3? Uh-oh. Oof, yeah. That's a tough situation. Diva Bastion, Tharissa, so many ults. And then the mech drop on support. I watched that one, like, straight up POV of, and splat goes Hydra. And I mentioned this in person, but I'll mention it for anyone who's watching this that didn't catch our game. If you watch it, they were staggering that baby Diva, but what ended up happening is it gave time for Moira and Sojourn to get back. I'm going to go back and replay this, not to pick on the team too much, I've already coached them on this, but for anyone else who's watching it, let's see. I'm going to slow it down so we don't miss it. Okay, so BB Diva gets demeched at 74%. Stagger. We kill her at 77, so we only got like 3%, but then Lucio and Sojourn get back. So if we'd have just killed the Diva at 73%, we could have got it earlier, but instead, nope. Sojourn's still stalling. And now Bastion's back. and then we don't get the flip until 88%. So basically, it gave them a free 15% map control, whereas if we had just killed her on 73 and then blocked off the contest, we would have had it back by 76%. So we gave them a free, basically 12% for free. But anyway, back to game speed. Alright, Lucio playing some speed, some denial, some healing back and forth, some speed. Ooh, very nice. Hunting the Moira. Yeah, I like it. Getting a good fade out of her. Enforcing that 1v1. In my elo, Moira's beat tracers, but I also play in the metal ranks. Knowing Fiction's aim, if it's not going to kill the Moira, it's at least going to keep her from healing her team. Because she's going to try it. Yeah. There's a pick. The Moira's distracted. Uses a panic ult. Oh, gotta get out of that one, Hydratic. Well played, well played. You know, Justin. Oh, almost. Whew. That's some Blade's Edge healing right there to keep alive through that ultimate. Uh-oh. Did we catch the... Okay, we caught the D.Va on point. Nice pulse on the Bastion. By this point, feels like we're getting into a flow of things and balancing of ults. Yeah, and then got the beat advantage. So for new Lucio players, if you're playing into another Lucio, same thing with Zenyatta's and Brigitte's, or Brigitta's. If you're playing into a mirror match with supports, and honestly, really, it's just about any support. Whoever ults first loses the advantage, because that support ult goes out and the enemy can just wait it out. But then if you use yours after that, they don't have a counter to it. Or if you ever played Magic the Gathering, playing a counter spell on a counter spell sort of thing. So in that case, they used their beat, and then it was several seconds later, our Lucio came in and took that advantage. So well played on that part as far as managing our ultimates and not over-ulting. As well as recovering from that nasty Annihilation double support combo that they did in the first round. I was a little critical on that one, but as far as the recovery, we did really well. Just basically milking ultimates out of them and then getting the engages with mostly basic abilities. Hey, Captain, you're on the call. Anything you want to add? No? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, go for it.
I think we just played well overall. I think it's just at the very beginning we weren't really ready for something that really sort of, at least at the I can't English. They sort of knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
But once we got into like the flow of things, the game got a lot easier.
I definitely agree. Well, I'm going to pause this one for now and then get it uploaded, and then I'll hop back in with